Hey all, welcome back to What Feels Real. It is nearing the end of January and I am finally getting around to one of my New Year's traditions, which is to do a vision board. I love it because it's creative and I don't make enough time in my life for creativity, and it's one of those things that just really lights me up and makes me feel alive. And I love it because I love fresh starts. I love new beginnings, and I love dreaming, and I love imagining and thinking of potential, and I love being surprised. And I think that's one of the things that I love about vision boarding too, is that, even though I may think I know what my intentions or aspirations may be for any new year, in the process of vision boarding, you're cutting things. The way I do it is I cut out things from magazines, and I try to encourage myself to keep my mental activity to a minimum and really just like come at it from a deeper place. And so I look for, instead of words or specific pictures of concrete things that I imagine I want in my year ahead, I try to just let myself be drawn to whatever calls me. And it may be a color, it may be a pattern, a texture, it may be something that makes no sense at all. But I just try to stay in this really kind of fuzzy place in my head, keeping things all really soft and washed out, to let myself just be drawn to things that I may not understand yet. And then when you get them all in front of you, I love that, and I love looking at them, and then just comes the fun part of like piecing things together and maybe looking for patterns and maybe looking for meaning. But at the end, just creating something that is aesthetically pleasing and something that I'm going to look at and reference for the year. So I got to do that this morning. Super fun. I have a tradition with some friends of mine, and even though it was by Zoom, because it was by Zoom, we got to include one of our dear friends who lives in Switzerland right now, so that was awesome. So anyway, I just thought that that might be a good launching point for our practice today, is to go inside and to practice preparing ourselves and our hearts and our minds to access maybe a deeper place and see what wants to be known. So, shifting now to the practice, beginning to close the eyes if that's comfortable to you, or take a soft gaze down the nose, and just beginning to prepare the body to go inside. Making any adjustments that you need to make to feel physically comfortable and relaxed, yet awake and alert. Deciding what you'd like to do with your hands, maybe face up on your lap, or hands face down on your lap, or hands together. Let your body lead. Find what feels right. So beginning to steady and still the breathing, helping the breath land, ground, travel a little deeper down into the body. Begin to feel a flow from the effortless in and out of the breath. jaw to relax and loosen. The muscles in the face to soften. Shoulders sliding down the back, letting the weight of gravity bring this feeling of here-ness, physically planted, solid. Can you begin to invent or begin to invite this sense of softening, this sense of getting a little bit fuzzy in the heart, not needing to figure out what you're feeling, not needing to make sense of anything. Can you bring a similar sense of fuzziness into the mind? Just letting things get out of focus, washed out. Now tuning into the senses. What colors do you see? What shapes? Maybe there's patterns or textures. Maybe there's a smell. Allowing the breath to guide the way. Be the investigative eye of this exploration, moving into different parts of the body, moving through the heart, moving through the mind. But really moving through the mind, not stopping and getting hooked by any one image or story that wants to be told, but just this more ephemeral floating, wafting through, just sensing what's there, what wants to be known. Maybe there is an image, allowing that image to come into focus and then perhaps go back out of focus and float on by. Maybe there's a word that pops into your mind when you think about what you'd like to manifest this next year. Whatever has been arising for you, holding that now closely, loosely, but closely. Allowing space for it to move, to change shape, shift. Don't decide where this ends. Just allowing room for things to continue to change and morph and evolve. And now with a couple deep inhalations and long exhalations, just really surrounding all that got churned up or all that sort of fell off the shelf. Just letting the breath encircle and surround anything that came up for you. Allowing the breath to bring that in to center a little bit closer in. Until those images, thoughts, pictures, scents can settle and find a place to land. A place where they can continue to grow and evolve. And just now sealing this practice and perhaps this space that you set aside for these unknown aspirations still to be discovered. Sealing that with the idea of trust. This idea that what is meant to be will be. And that you are on your path. I am on my path. All we have to do is stay open, stay brave, stay curious, and trust. And so with a final deep inhalation, pausing at the top, and then a low, long, extended exhalation. And coming back when you're ready. Well, that that was fun and that was new. I've never done a virtual vision boarding before, but really feels like there's something to that, to creating a stillness and a settling for us to really, find the space for our deeper wisdom to be known. So thanks for coming along, and I wish you a wonderful day. I got out my cozy flannel today. I feel like I had like flashbacks to high school when you'd be like, or college, or I would be like, I think I was so cool wearing my boyfriend's sweatshirt or my boyfriend's oversized shirt, So I put this on and I just had to have a little chuckle thinking back to those days. By the way, this is my boyfriend's flannel. I just happen to be married to him. All right, guys, have a great day and see you soon.